everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a massive in-depth how to grow organically on Instagram and how to become an influencer. And without further ado, let's just get started. So I stayed up last night all night till 7 AM researching every single little detail I could to help you guys out, and to be honest, I learned a lot myself and I've got my trusty notebook to help me. Anyway, I'm going to start with saying you need to change your profile off private because brands will not reach you that way and you won't get on the explore page or anything. Take it off private. Private's private for a reason, do you know what I mean? And also change it to a business account so you can see your insights. Basically, you can see how well your posts are doing, what your best posts are, what time your followers are most active, and it's just, there's so many helpful features on it. I'm not joking. I will try and pop a little bit here so you guys can kind of see what I mean. We'll go into detail about that in a minute. But yeah, change it to a business one if you want to start influencing, because brands won't, like, they're more likely to look at your profile if you have business like account instead of just having a personal account. You can have two separate accounts if you still want to post, like, you know, your friends, your family all the time as well. A lot of people do that. I only have one account personally because it's just a lot easier for me. So the obvious one is start posting regularly, because this one really annoys me. People are like, I'm not growing, can you help me? Yeah, sure, I'll help you. And I look on the page, they've got one post that isn't any content. It's either a black picture of just a black screen, or it's just a random picture of like a screenshot or something. I'm like, this is why you're not growing. So you need to start posting daily or every other day. Try and fit it around your schedule. There is loads of different apps to help you with that. There is one called Later where you can actually schedule your posts, which is really, really helpful. I don't use it personally, but I know a lot of Instagrammers and influencers who do, who have busy lives and have like work and everything. Luckily, I've managed to work my normal work life around my home work life, if that makes sense. So yeah, you need to make sure you're posting regularly for a start, and it needs to be good content. Don't just shove up a load of pictures. Like, plan your pictures out, or even if you don't plan them out, make sure they are good quality content before you post them. Make sure it's not all cluttered in the backgrounds for one. Make sure pictures are taken in nice bright light, or anything you're taking a picture of. You don't want dark dingy photos because they're not going to draw people in. People are going to like snore off at this bit, but don't, because that's really is like one of the most important steps. Your niche. So if you don't know what your niche is, pick your niche. So mine is like fashion and beauty, but I've always been mainly into beauty, but I'm also trying to like push a little bit of fashion in there and a bit more of plus size awareness for my girls so they can relate to them. And to be honest, it has really helped my like engagement. A lot of people have loved seeing my outfit pics and stuff, which is absolutely great, but they also love seeing my makeup. So I love the fact that my following love seeing both of them, because I love both of them as well. And I know quite a lot of people that mix and match that as well, which is fine, but pick your niche. So if you love makeup, do makeup. If you love fashion, do fashion. Fitness, healthy lifestyle. Don't go from like health and fitness to makeup, like, because it will confuse brands and they won't be sure what your niche is. So say like you went to reach out to a brand who sold like pretty t-shirts and dresses, and your page has a couple of pictures of you in tops and stuff, and then most of your page is fitness. They're going to be like, well, why am I going to give them free products to promote when their followers are clearly not interested in that? Do you see where I'm coming from? So I wouldn't go and collab with a brand that does like healthy lifestyle, because do you see any healthy lifestyle on my page? I think the only thing I've put up that's food related at all is a Costa. This one for brand collabs and in general for building your audience, one big one I see a hell of a lot: no Snapchat filters, no filters. Like anything with like sparkly bits, the dog Snapchat filter, the face mask Snapchat filter. Oh my god, I cannot justify enough. Like, a brand, no offense, keep that on your stories on Instagram is fine, or on your Snapchat stories. Pardon me. Brands are gonna look at that and they're gonna think like, no, straight up. That is gonna completely throw you off guard. They want to see clear quality content. It needs to kind of look professional. Think of it as this way: your Instagram is you're promoting yourself, like you are a brand in yourself, and your Instagram is a CV. That is the way to look at it. When you're reaching out to brands, your Instagram is kind of like a CV. Like, you wouldn't go to a job and like give them a CV with just a couple of little bits on it. You'd write every single detail of the jobs you've done, like your strong points, your weak points. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to look at it as it's a CV, as if you want this as a job. The biggest one for growing at the moment, hop on this. I do not care. I cannot stress this enough. Instagram Reels. It's made a world of difference to my account. So I removed all my inactive followers. I had 15 to 16k and I removed them, not unfollowed them, removed any inactive dead accounts on my Instagram because it ruins your engagement and your insights, and that looks bad when brands look into you. So I removed it. I was like, I don't care if I lose that much following. I value my followers I have, and that's the most important thing. I would rather have 500 valuable, like, engaging followers than 100k followers and have none of them engaging on my posts. That is how important. You need to value the followers you already have. So that's why I removed them, and I started using Instagram Reels, which is really important because that grows so much. It's kind of a bit like TikTok, but it's not, and there's a competition going on there. Do not recycle your TikToks with the watermark. Crop them out. I will do a video how to do that. If you want one, let me know down below. Because Instagram will not push anything from TikTok. They want you to create your own content on their page. So they're not going to push anything that has the TikTok watermark on it. It makes sense, to be honest. So it explains itself. So using your Reels is a big one to get more followings because people are like loving scrolling through them at the moment. I know I personally do. And my Reels have really, really like not blown up majorly, but they're getting over 1,000 views, which is kind of good for a start. And like they seem to be like doing really well, and it has helped me bring followers in, which is absolutely great. So I'm trying to post around 3 Reels a week, which is what I've been recommended by influencing managements, and it seems to be doing the trick. And I also have been recommended to keep active on your stories, keep it interactive as well, so your followers can interact with your stories. Try and put a couple up. So say your Instagram story clears for 24 hours and you got nothing up, start the first one with like an interactive poll or a quiz or something, just to keep them on their toes, like your followers. And also posting at least 10 times a day on your story. It could be polls, it could be questions, it could be little snaps of when you're out and about with your friends. It could be like a little life update, because people do like to see behind the scenes of like the real life of you. Does that make sense? Especially if you're like me and a blogger, they don't see like your behind the scenes of your life and what you do on a day-to-day basis. So it's a good way to keep interactive with your following and let them know you're still active. So your rule is post at least daily on your feed, either every day or every other day. So post at least 5 posts a week, post at least 3 Reels a week, and then post at least, I'd say 5 to 10 stories a day. And trust me on this one, you will see the difference, because I 100% did. This is a really sneaky one, but it works, because I literally found this tip out the other day and I was like, actually, that's such a good idea. So when you have your insights come up, when you change your profile to business, don't worry about your impressions, it's your reach. Your reach is how Instagram is pushing your posts up, so more people obviously reach them. So say like when you get comments on your posts, try if you can, depending on like obviously the comment back with a question, because then that person's going to come back to your page and they're going to obviously answer it. That's like Instagram's now picking up that someone's gone back onto that picture, and it will boost your post back up. So it's so clever when you hack the algorithm, like, oh my God. So always try and answer back with a question or something they can come back and interact to if you can. And also emojis, when people comment emojis, no offense, but it's so not bad for your Instagram, but it's not great. It's not going to make a difference. You want to have at least 4+ words commented on your posts, because then it looks like to Instagram that you're just having a general conversation. So when I comment on someone's post, put effort into it, because if you're just putting emojis, people are going to see it and think, oh, thanks. Then if you comment something like, oh, wow, that makeup look reminds me of a mermaid, people are going to comment back like, oh, wow, thanks so much. And they'll go and check out your page because you put the time and effort into comment their pictures. Like, and that's nice. I always take the time and effort as much as I can to comment on people's pictures. Most people will do it back. There's 1 or 2 that don't, but I mean, watch this video and they'll find out like how good it is to have 4+ words, because the Instagram, like I said, it looks like a normal general chit chat conversation. So they'll push it up because they look like real followers and they're not bots, and you're not a bot. Another one, this is ever so important, like super important. Be grateful for the followers you have. Don't go out looking, like don't worry about going to look for more followers or looking for more, be grateful for the followers you have and engage with them, because they are your loyal followers. They are interested in your page. The ones you've already got, the first, I'd say 500 to 1,000 followers are the most important followers you can have, because they are the ones that are building you up. These are the ones you want to keep. They are your loyal followers, your first 1,000, I'd say, and you need to make sure you keep engaging with them. So when I'm going down my feed, when I have a pop on Instagram for say 15 minutes, I will comment on every single picture I see and make sure I like it, because 90% of the time people will go onto your page and comment back on your recent. So that's boosting you up and that's keeping your followers happy, and like, you're building a relationship with your followers, which is so important, and people do not realize that. Another trick for Instagram to push your posts up so they know you're active. So you want to use all the Instagram features. Like I said, you want to use your stories, you want to use your reels, you want to use your hashtags we'll get onto. You want to be using the location on your page, because that also pushes it up to people who relate to that post. You want to be using like, you obviously want to tag your brands. There is every single feature you could think of that I can't think of, but everything, just use it, because that shows Instagram you're legit and you're not a bot. And another trick is try and engage with your followers to say 15 minutes every few times a day. So just pop on your feed, comment on every single picture, and then pop off later, come back on. So do it like morning, afternoon, dinner, like after dinner, and you'll just see such a big difference, because you're keeping active, which means when you post, Instagram will push your post up to the top of people's feed because you've been more active. And on the topic of engaging with your followers, when you're about to post, make sure you engage roughly for around 15 minutes to half an hour before you post, and then afterwards as well, because that will show Instagram again that you're active and keep pushing your posts up so your reach is higher, and that's how you're going to grow. And that is your way of getting on the explore page as well. Putting hashtag the explore page is not the way of getting on it, because honestly, dude, if you think that works, it doesn't work. I've tried it, trust me, it makes no difference. It's pointless. You're wasting a hashtag basically. And like, you want to be replying to your comments and your likes on your pictures within the first half an hour to an hour, because that's when Instagram is kind of looking at your picture like, are they active enough, or are they just going to leave it? And they'll keep pushing that up, so you're getting as much reach as you possibly can on your picture, which is super important for when you go to start working with brands. So, oh my god, I can't believe it's 9 o'clock already. This is why I'm filming in the evening, because I work most days and Mel's on nights, so I get to spend time with her during the day and stuff, and obviously I get to work at night, which is handy. Anyway, content creating, we've already kind of roughly covered this. Your pictures need to be good quality. Bless my heart, some of my followers who I'm trying to help actually just, I see people posting just screenshots like spam accounts, just stuff that isn't going to draw people in. People want to see clean, clear pictures. Your feed doesn't have to match perfectly. You don't have to have that whole perfect aesthetic. Like, it doesn't, I don't have that perfect aesthetic, and I've still got a good following. My followers engage with me and they enjoy my posts and I enjoy their posts. So like, you know, you don't have to have that like whole nude look or the whole aesthetic look. One thing that will bring your engagement down majorly, and people don't believe this, and I didn't believe this till I found out, is filler pics. So pictures of like just your shoes, or like a pretty candle, or like a pattern on a dress, like, you know, the Pinterest pictures. Some people, fair enough, it does work for, but it's hard. It brings your engagement down because people want to see your face in your pictures, and like, it's just, yeah, they look nice, but they're not good for engagement. So if you're looking at the side for business purposes, it's not good for that kind of thing. And obviously when you go to work with brands again, then they want to see, they invest in you, so they invest in your engagement and how your page does. So like, basically, put it this way, up until about a month ago, yes, I've got 13k followers, and everyone's like, wow, you must get so much PR and all of this. No, I didn't. And I barely got 100 likes on my photos, because one, I wasn't active enough. I was consistent, but I wasn't looking out and engaging with my followers enough, and I wasn't following all these tips that I'm now sharing with you guys. Another one people are probably going to question is, are management for like Instagram worth it? Yes. Yes, 100% yes. If you just want that little extra guide or a little push or a little bit of support on your back whilst you're growing, yes. So I am with influencing with Alexia. It's £10 for her VIP program. And my God, that girl is a sweetheart. If you're watching this, Alexia, I honestly love you to pieces for what you've done for me. So in the last 3 weeks, whilst I've been with her management, she has shown me so many things I didn't know. I can't talk. I've got so many brand collabs. It's insane. Like, if you haven't seen my previous video on the PR I received, this was all thanks to Alexia giving me a helping hand. She's helped me with contacts for brands to reach out for that are good with micro influencers. She's given me hashtags to use. She's given me any advice, any apps I need. Literally amazing. I cannot recommend her enough. And put it this way, I've paid £30 for other ones, which literally are exactly the same. And actually I'm benefiting more from Alexia's one than the one that was £30. So save your money, guys. We've already covered this, but don't just upload pictures from Snapchat. It's a no, do not do it. It's more the younger generation that do it, and guys, I know half of you are wannabe influencers, and that, honey, is not your way of going about it. I don't know what to say. It's not, I'm not being harsh, but it's literally one of the worst things you could do. It damages your page so much. And another thing that damages your page with people, it's more the younger generation that also do this as well, is only having one picture up at a time and then deleting it and then restarting their feed and having a maximum of 5 pictures up. Brands are going to look at your page and be like, I don't really create enough content for me to even like be able to judge them and be able to be like, oh yeah, they look nice to work with. You need to have like at least a minimum of 10 pictures up and just keep posting. Don't delete them, because brands look down your page to see you're consistent. That is how you get your collabs, because I have friends that have been like, why can't I get them? I post, I have a following. Because you're deleting your pictures and restarting your feed. I didn't know this till like literally this morning, and I was like, makes so much sense. I have kept all my posts up. I have about 200 posts, and that obviously I'm getting brand collabs and everything kind of seems to be going well at the moment. So another thing is, don't delete your pictures. Why do you Gen Z do it? I just don't understand. Stop restarting your feed. Just keep consistently. Just keep your pictures up. You look cute, hon. So, hashtags, let's go. Hashtags are also your best friend. I'm not joking. My hashtags are now reaching a minimum of 500 people. That is what you want. Instagram is literally like, damn, she knows what she's doing. She's getting there. And yeah, like I said, I used to think hashtags like they look shit. Why am I going to use them? I use them, so I hide them in the comments. So I'll put a little tag post and then I'll reply to my own little tag emoji with all my hashtags underneath. TikTok is a great way to find hashtags to use for your niche. I've got loads of little screenshots of like TikTok ones, and I also share them with my friends to help them out. Alexia's also got a load of lists of hashtags for different niches as well on her program. But you want to be using hashtags. You want to use the whole 30 for one, because you can only use 30 hashtags, and you want to obviously relate them and do as many as you can. But you have like obviously the hashtags with like 1 million posts and up and above that, and then the ones that are below 1 million. So you want to be looking at using 1 or 2 of the popular ones. I'd say 3 tops, like that's the 1 million plus ones, and the rest of them you want to try and use the less popular ones in the 100Ks, because they're obviously, your post is going to be more likely to be seen by other people to follow your page, and it's just a good way to get more reach out that way. And obviously you can understand, it makes sense. Like if you put I've literally refreshed a makeup hashtag, literally just makeup on recent, and it refreshes within seconds like this, because people are constantly posting makeup. Like obviously it's one of the biggest competitions in the industries, so you know, you want to try and look for the ones that are like makeup tutorial or something, or makeup of the day, and it'll have like a couple of 100K. Yeah, use that hashtag. That is what you want to be looking for. Another one, game groups aren't exactly great. I'll admit, I have my hands held here. I've used game groups because like a lot of them stay quite loyal, surprisingly, but a lot of them do unfollow. Like they're the ones that just want to benefit themselves. Like you need to be humble in this, and if you want to grow, you need to support other people, because why are they going to support you back? That is how you build relationships. Again, that is how you build friendships and relationships. Some of my best friends are on Instagram, to be honest now. They are some of the nicest and kindest people I have met. I'm not joking. They are so kind. You know who you are, guys. Game groups aren't bad, but Instagram does pick up on them and obviously thinks you're just spamming and all of that, and you can get your account banned. So if you use them, basically use them at your own risk. I personally wouldn't recommend using them that often. If you want a little boost, I guess it's okay, but a lot of people would say no, like I wouldn't recommend it. It's best to just organically grow and take your time with building your content and just reaching out and like engaging with obviously your followers and your new followings, and finding new followers, which will go on to that. The secret tip, this is the biggest tip I can give you guys that everyone's like, how do you grow? This is a tip I've used from day one of growing from nothing to 13k. So my biggest tip is, what I do is I will look at people's likes and their comments on their pictures when they've just posted, because obviously, you know, then their followers are active in the last half an hour to an hour. And I will click on one, I'm like, oh, her page, if I like her page or his page or their page, I will go and like their pictures and I'll comment on the first few recent ones and I'll give them a follow, and I'm not joking, 99% of the time they will return the favour. They'll either like and comment back, which obviously gets engagement, that'll push your posts up, which is good, that's more reach for your posts, and obviously if they follow you back, just an added bonus really. And that is the biggest secret to growing your account, is just going and looking through your followers' recent posts in the last hour and like going and following. Don't spam's irritating, they're not gonna like that. But if you actually leave a proper, like I've said, the 4+ word rule comments, you will see a difference in your growth. I'm not joking, that is the biggest thing I have used, the biggest tip I can give you guys to grow your page. I need a drink again, damn, I'm so dehydrated today, this is probably not helping. Next one, following apps are bad. Those unfollowing and ghost follower apps, chuck them away. They're third-party apps. Instagram will ban you straight away for that. You will get banned, your page will be limited, Instagram will limit your reach, which is not what you want. It's actually but it's probably one of the worst things you could do. Don't worry about your unfollowers, they're unimportant, because eventually when you start growing, you won't even notice you're getting unfollowed. Like I get probably around 50 unfollows a week sometimes, and I'm like, oh, it's a bit shit, but then I'm doubling that a day sometimes, so it's not really a loss to me, do you know what I mean? So don't worry about your unfollowers, like it's not that deep. Let them unfollow. Everyone has unfollowers. Maybe that just shows they weren't loyal, and if you're changing and building your account and making your content better for what you want, then obviously some people are going to unfollow. When I started taking my Instagram seriously, I lost followers, and at the end of the day, that I'm happy with what I've got now. Be grateful, like I said, for the followers you have. And the last major one, I don't think this is the last major one. Yeah, I think it is, and we're going to do PR and collabs in another video, so don't forget to subscribe. The last one I have is just I said this first of all, take your account off private. You are not going to get brand collabs that way. Why are they going to follow a private account? They want to see your page. Like, if you're going to promote their products, your account's on private, how are people going to see it? You need to take your account off private. That is the biggest step you can start with. So if your account's on private and you're dying to be an influencer, do it. Take it off private, it's fine. Like, biggest thing is, one, don't care what people think. You do you, hun. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't care. Some people are like, why is she wearing a dress? She's big. I don't care what people think. I look good. My followers think I look good. You know, self-love, big important thing to have in this sort of thing. Anyone can become an influencer. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. I know people getting brand collabs with 500 followers. So there is your proof. You can be an influencer with the tiniest following. We will go into a PR and collabs one in my next video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please give a subscribe, because I'm going to do this into a little series, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.